showed them the full extent of his love. Throughout the ministry of Jesus, he kept on showing the disciples how he loved them by different acts which he was doing and showing them. On this particular event, Jesus decides to do something unique again. And scripture records that he wanted to demonstrate to them the full extent of his love. Ubukalamba kabiri obukulu bwakutema kuntu akwatira abasambi bakwe n'abantu bonse. And in showing how he loved all of us, Jesus decided to take up the role of a servant. In verses number 4, scripture says, "So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around the waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him." This came as a surprise because he never mentioned to anyone. Others kept it to their heart. But for Peter, who always assumed the role of being a spokesperson, he asked Jesus what this whole event was all about. He decided to stop Jesus, that this is an important act which I should do. If you want to be part of me, part of my ministry, you need to allow this event to take its full course. Of course, we know in the scriptures that Peter was finally, his feet was washed. After he did all this, the disciples were still asking themselves, what is the meaning of all this? Verses 12, this is what scripture records. When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. "Do you understand what I've done for you?" he asked them. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. I tell you the truth, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them." The act of washing the disciples' feet, a job which was left and assigned to domestic workers, to all those we think of to be low, of a lowly status, Jesus decided to change the thinking of the people. That which they considered to be very low, to be the least which anyone can do for their friends, Jesus changed that to be the greatest thing which you can ever do. All this, Jesus did them to show the extent of the love which he had for his disciples. And there is no better way than to do it in the way he did it, by serving them, washing their feet, by being their servants. Even before they fully comprehended it, Jesus told them, this is not an option, but it's a requirement. If you call yourselves my disciples, and if you want to follow me, I have set you an example. Wash one another's feet. A few days ago, as we participated in the Girls' Brigade enrollment, I took time to explain the motto of the Girls' Brigade: seek, save, and follow Christ. And I hope what I mentioned on that particular Sunday afternoon is still ringing in the minds, especially for the Girls' Brigade. And in particular, the officers. Because one of these few days, I'm going to call up a meeting with all the officers, and together we are going to go through that particular presentation on that particular Sunday and see what we are going to learn from that. And hopefully, that presentation will be able to usher us to another level as we lead these precious girls. Because the mandate of making these girls to follow Christ is entirely on our shoulders as leaders. So GB Captain, very soon I'll be able to communicate when we shall meet. But one of the key things in that particular Sunday which I labored to talk about is the aspect of serving. Seeking is about searching, looking for something without giving up until you get it. And when you find it, you are expected to save. You are expected to do something. Your searching should lead you to action, to do something. Serving is an important aspect in the life of Christians. This is what Jesus demonstrates. He tells his disciples, all these years I've been with you, it is not about just listening, but it is also about serving. And in showing them how they should serve, Jesus decides to do this act of washing their feet. A servant is a person who performs a duty. And in particular, this duty is done for others. A servant